Hoosha, 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 hoosha. Alright, so the Husha person's name is Inam, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 37, Mastermaid, A Tale of Norway. Okay, so we are beginning with today's episode after this short message right now. So let's begin with the story. Now, the title is Mastermaid, A Tale of Norway. Now, this begins in a house, okay? In a house in Norway, long back in magical times. And in that house, there was one father and there was his son. Now, the son's name is Leif. L-I-E-F, Leif. Okay. Now, Leif is a person who doesn't listen to anybody. That means not that he is bad. He just thinks that his perspective is right all the time. And his father has advised him on multiple occasions not to. Leif gets fed up and he wants to leave the house. So he keeps pestering his father that he wants to leave the house and he has to get the father's blessing. Father finally gives in to him. He says, alright, you can leave the house, you need to learn something, and unfortunately you will only learn when you leave the house and you come back with that experience. But I have just one advice for you. Please, I beg you, do not go to the troll's house. Now, who is Troll? Troll is a giant who lives in his own house and he eats humans and he eats whatever he gets. Alright? So, back to father and Leif's conversation. Leif says, alright dad, yeah. He exits, he says bye-bye and he goes to the Troll's house and he knocks and he says, Sir, kind sir, I would like to work for you. So the Troll touches his arm. He's like, okay, I have some work for you. So there, right off the bat, he goes with his own perspective. He doesn't care about anybody else's perspective now that he's in the Troll's house. So the Troll and Leif have a conversation. Leif is part of the Troll's household help. Okay, now Troll says, there is goats out there and there is dung from the goats that is piled up. You have to clean all of that. I will go out and come back. So until then, there is only one rule. Do not come inside the house. Do not look at the rooms. Do not look at anything inside the house. Troll goes. And what does Leif do? Leif goes inside the house, looks at in every room, and then he goes to the kitchen. And he just is mesmerized by this person that he sees. He's like, oh my God, that's the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. And there is a maid. Who she is? She is a maid in the Troll's house, and both of them start talking to each other and they talk for a long time. Leif is just madly in love with this lady. The lady asks, Mastermaid, her name is. So Mastermaid asks that, what job has the Troll given you today? He says, have to clean up the dung of the goats. It's a headache. She says, what you should do is, the pitchfork that you have to turn it sideways so that more of the dung comes out, rather to using the pitchfork like the normal way where only lesser cow dung comes out. You get the cow dung bit? Yeah. So says, you're getting late, please go. So Leif goes, and what does he do? He doesn't listen. So he uses the pitchfork how it is meant to be used, and he just goes on and on and on. It is never ending, and then he just gets too tired. He realizes, it doesn't It doesn't help. It doesn't hurt anybody if I go with her advice of using the pitchfork in the way that she had told. So he flips the pitchfork and he starts shoveling. And he's like, oh, nice, really nice. And he cleans it up. Troll comes home. Troll asks, hello, Leif, have you cleaned it? He says, it's tidy, sir. Did you go inside my room? Did you go inside the house? He says, no. Did you talk to the mastermaid? Leif is like, mastermaid? What is that, sir? So Troll looks at him and he's like, alright. We'll see to that. Okay, so second day, Troll gives him another work. He says, go to the mountains. There is a stallion. You need to get him back. And remember that one rule, do not enter my house at any given cost. Troll leaves, Leif enters, goes to the mastermaid, and both of them start talking to each other. And mastermaid says, what's the work today that he has given you? So Leif says, you have to get the stallion. He says, you know, those stallions, they breathe fire from their nose and it's very powerful and they can kill you right at an instant. So what you have to do is take the wooden bridle that is there and go to that stallion. He will act like a meow pussycat. So it says, all right. And before going, she gives him a big kiss. And he gets like, oh my god, like happy completely. And he goes to the mountain, goes to the stallion, and he's powerful. He's charging at him. Goes, puts the bridle on him, and poof, becomes friendly. While he's coming back home, he sees the troll coming back home. Also, troll asks him, where is the stallion? He says, right now I've just parked him in the stallion yard. He says, alright, did you go inside? Did you talk to the mastermaid by any chance? Like, you've mentioned the mastermaid for the second time. What is this mastermaid that you speak of? Say, you'll soon know. He says, okay. Third day, the troll gives him a bigger task. He tells him to go collect the troll tunnel tax from the fairies. So troll goes away and he comes back. Leif comes back to being with the mastermaid. Both of them speak, both of them are in love and all of that, and says, what has he given now? Says, he's given me a task to go to the tunnel and get the tax from the fairies. She says, all you have to do is take the stick and tap the rock twice and tell how much how much I can carry. Please give me that much of money. Says, okay. And mastermaid says, if it was not for me, I don't think so you could do any of these things. Leif doesn't listen and he just laughs and he goes. And he taps the rock. Rock opens, fairies come out. And fairies from inside, they come out and they go back. And fairies ask, what do you want? Leif says, I am from the troll and I have come to collect the troll tunnel tax. At this point, fairies ask, how much do you want? And man, Leif, what he does is he becomes greedy and he says, give me everything you've got. So he's just piled up. He's not able to breathe. He's drowning in all the gems and gold coins and silver coins. And then he says, no, take it all back and give me how much I can carry. Poof! Then everything disappears and he gets a sack. So he carries the sack back to the troll. Now, troll is waiting. Troll takes the coin, the sack, and he takes him, grabs him by his head. You didn't know about the mastermaid, did you? Now you will know. He comes, drags him completely, and he throws him to the kitchen and he says, boil him, stew him, I would like to eat him. I'm gonna go have a sleep. Goes, has a sleep. By that time, Leif is terrified and he says to the mastermaid, you will not dare do this to me. Mastermaid is like, relax, I've got a plan. So mastermaid cuts her finger. There are 3 drops of blood that drops on the ground. The stew that she makes, like, give me your shoes, give me your dresses that you've got. So he gives all of that. She puts it in the stew, and she takes all the rats that she could find, and she puts all the rats in the stew as well. And after that, completely, then she says, let's go run right now. And the chase begins. And both of them run. They catch hold of a horse and they go, not the stallion. They take their own horse and they go. They zoom off. The troll who was in slumber asks loudly, is he cooked yet? The first drop of blood that she had cut says, not yet, it's just beginning, with her voice. And poof, the first blood drop disappears. Then the second time he wakes up and he says, is he cooked yet? The second drop of blood says, no, not yet. He's as tough as leather. And he goes back to sleep. The second drop of blood disappears. Then the third time he just wakes up. It's like, is he cooked yet? Tender and juicy comes the sound. When he goes to the kitchen, the third drop of blood, poof, it disappears. He gets to know what has happened. And he is going and like, okay, let me have one soup, 1 spoon. And he has that soup and he sprays the stew all across the room. And he just gets angry. His hunch, whatever he had assumed, had come true. And he is off on his stallion. He rockets through completely into the forest. He comes close to these 2 people who are on that. Leif sees this. He's like, oh my god, there is troll behind us. We are going to be dead completely. Mastermaid, what do we do? Mastermaid, who was a witch also, she put some spell and completely the forest covers right behind them and blocks the troll and his stallion. But the troll, very clever, he just has his own magic and poof, he cuts through the forest. And again, back to the chase, fast and furious, too fast, too furious. And they both are close to each other, and the mastermaid who is there, she's going as fast as she can. Leif sees back. He's like, oh my god, he's come back. I think he's going to kill us for sure. He's like going and trying to grab. The troll is grabbing how much ever he could. Then the mastermaid puts another spell where right behind them there's a huge mountain that comes up. And troll gets blocked. Now troll puts up his own magic. Remember how the fairies are living in the tunnel? It's because of this magic. And he gets the mountain cutter and he cuts through the mountain and he zooms in. Again, they both are close by. By that time, Leif and mastermaid get to the river that takes them to the other land. And they get on the boat and they go. Troll gets in late, but Troll has an idea. Troll takes a water sucker and puts his magic, and the water sucker sucks in all the water from the river and completely sucks the river dry. Now the boat has gone in and the troll is about to start. Leif is like, we are dead completely. Mastermaid is like, don't worry. And she takes 1 drop of water, puts in to the river that is dried up completely, and the river just fills and completely keeps filling continuously. The water sucker keeps sucking up to a point and then just bursts, and the troll who's there gets drowned away in the river. And Leif and the mastermaid reach to the other land. Leif gets her to his house, and father is extremely happy with what has happened, that Leif has learned his lesson, and both of them get married. And on the day of the marriage, when the priest asks mastermaid, will you obey your lawfully wedded husband, Leif steps in and he says, doesn't matter, I'm gonna obey. And on that note, the story ends off. the mastermaid, a tale of Norway is this. Okay, a tale of Norway. I'm gonna meet you in the next episode of Quarantine Bedtime Stories. My name is